Good morning. I want to officially welcome you to the grand opening of the Middletown Library. Yeah. So, Mayor Fisher had a last-minute travel plan come up, so I'll be emceeing this morning. First up is the Mayor's Deputy Chief of Staff and also my boss, a great supporter of libraries, and someone that I enjoy greatly working with, who has been instrumental in the success of the library over the past few years. So please welcome Katie Dalinger.
Good morning, Middletown. I'm so excited to be here on behalf of Mayor Fisher. He's sorry he couldn't make it today, but as he mentioned yesterday when he toured this beautiful new facility, libraries have always held a special place in his heart. From when he was a young child and his grandmother would take him to the library for a special visit, to today as mayor, when he's gotten to open 3 beautiful regional libraries across our city, modernized branches, go ahead, get a seat, modernized branches all across the city. And he's also taken our libraries fine-free so that no one has a financial barrier to access the resources of our library. Libraries have also held a special place for me. My mom used to take me and my brother and sister to Main Library about once a month. We would check out books, and my mom would check out paintings that we would hang up in our home. Every year I'd look forward to the Friends of the Library book sale, where I would get to bring home like 30 or 40 books. Each time it was like Christmas. And now as a mom, I get to see the joy and excitement on my own kids' faces when we go to the library. This morning, my 8-year-old, I told him where I was going, and he was mad at me that he didn't get to skip school to be here. But he also told me how much he loves the library, the story times they do for his school. And he said, I just like how quiet it is there. So we're so excited, Mayor Fisher's so excited to bring the joy and excitement and the quiet of the Middletown Library. And on behalf of the mayor, I'd like to present a proclamation to Lee Birchfield, the director of the Louisville Free Public Library. From Greg Fisher. To all whom these presents shall come, greetings, know ye that the city of Louisville honors Middletown Library. On its grand reopening in the city of Middletown, lifelong learning is one of Louisville's core city values, and this reopening and reimagining truly underscores our belief that free access to books, resources, information, technology, and ideas is critical to creating an environment where all Louisvillians can reach their full human potential and thrive in education, employment, and enjoyment. Our city congratulates the people of Middletown, along with Middletown Mayor Byron Chapman, the Louisville Free Public Library, the Friends of the Library Foundation, and council and community champions on this exciting day, and cheers the addition of this gem to our library system. Done in Louisville on this day, the 15th of November, 2021, Greg Fisher.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Mayor Fisher. So our next speaker has been really instrumental in today happening. I'm not going to step on anything he might say, so I'll hold any further remarks until after he's done. But please welcome Middletown Mayor Byron Chapman.
You're just trying to warm up, aren't you? You're not really going to clap. You know, don't you feel the hustle, the bustle, the activity out here? You know, this is Middletown. It happens all the time, so come back out and shop and enjoy the place. Now, that's my commercial for Middletown. You know, location and location, location, that's what makes everything important. And the location of this library If you just stop and think for a second, you can go a couple blocks to the north, or to the west rather, and there's a statue up there of Governor Weatherby, and he advocated a lot of things, and one of the things he advocated was education. In fact, he was instrumental in getting the bookmobile started. So it's kind of ironic to that. You go to the south, and there's two big campuses, Eastern High School, Hyde Elementary. There's about 3,700 plus customers ready to come in here. You go to the north, it's a TART bus stop right outside the door, so you can get off the bus and come into the library. Now, when you go to the east, my goodness, it's unlimited all the way to the county line and further as far as customers that wanted to come in here. So it is the exact location. And you know, back I guess it was a year and a half, 2 years ago when we got notice out here that the library was closed, the lights turned off, the door was locked. No, it's not going to happen. And I think that's when all the leadership got together, the library, the foundations, we all says, no, can't happen. So we started. And I don't think, well, here's what happened, kind of, in a way. I guess we started saying, what can we do to keep it open or get it back open? There's no ifs and ands about it. So I started reaching out with Lee Birchfield and the city commissioners in Middletown, and us all kind of got together, started looking for locations to find where we could put this library. And we searched, Lee and I searched different sites back and forth, and finally we settled on this location for two reasons. One, it was a nice looking building, it fit well, and the city of Middletown owns this property and this building. So we're not worried about losing our lease here. We're not worried about expiring or the rent going up, because the city has said, okay, library, you can have the building, the property. All you got to do is rent free. Just maintain the library here full time. The next problem we had is getting this thing funded and getting the money for it. And that's when my good friends and your good friends, I know Anthony Piagetini and Marcus Winkler, those two were instrumental. And first of all, at the last minute, and they just said, no, we're going to revise this budget. So they took their budget, threw it away, and started all over and put the money into appropriate renovation and the operating cost, and said, here it is, we're going to take care of this library. So we thank these guys. So, I've got a little we've got to have something to hang on a wall, and this is what we'd like to put on the wall. And it's from the city of Middletown. It talks about the library, this being the grand opening day, the 15th. We want to make sure and put it on, as I told Lee, let's let it get dirty, because in a few years we're going to know that we're always here. We got a permanent location. So I'd like to present this to Lee.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Chapman. I should have practiced this next part. I'm supposed to introduce myself. So here I am. We're not very far from the East Government Center, and I know many of you probably visited the old Middletown Library. The experience you're going to have when you go inside, though, could not be further from the experience of being in that Middletown Library. I need to thank a number of people. I'm going to try to do it quickly. I'll start with Mayor Fisher, who, as Katie said, has been a champion for libraries. We've invested so much in libraries in this community. We still have some work to do, because there are some neighborhoods who have a library, but it's not as nice as it could be, and there are other neighborhoods who don't have a library and really desperately need one. So when I get back to the library this afternoon, I'll work on that. But I do want to thank Mayor Fisher for his support for libraries. I also want to thank Councilman Piagentini and Winkler. They were steadfast in their advocacy to see this library reopen, and they are instrumental in us being here today. I want to thank the City of Middletown, Mayor Chapman, the commissioners from the City of Middletown for their gifting of the use of this space to us. It's really, in large part, what makes this possible. I also want to thank the staff of the library who made this possible. We had an incredible design team. We've got a really talented and experienced project manager. Doug Foster is either around here somewhere. He's way back in the back. I thought he might be inside fixing one thing at the last minute. Thanks, Doug. The computer services department, the collection development department that bought the books, especially the Middletown library staff. Jenny Lewis is the branch manager here. Her staff is fantastic. You're going to want to get to know them. They will be fabulous, serving you every day when you come in to visit us. Finally, two other groups, the Friends of the Library, persistent, stubborn, dedicated, devoted, committed. Their hard work and advocacy helped make this happen. And the Library Foundation. Many of you may not be aware of the existence of the Library Foundation, a private 501c3 that fundraises and engages in advocacy to support our libraries. Our library system in this community is much better than it would be were it not for the Library Foundation. It's my pleasure now to introduce, this will also make you happy, the final speaker of the day, Chandra Gordon, Executive Director of the Library Foundation.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today for the opening of this library. And make no mistake, it could not be happening without the advocacy of folks like you. It was the work of our Friends of the Library and other volunteers in the community and their steadfast support in their quest to see this library open. And so I say thank you. I see Gail Dow, who's the president of our Middletown Friends, and I think Deja Jackson, who is the president of our Friends Council, are here today. I encourage you to meet them and join with them. I tell everyone, if you want to support your library, there are 3 things you can do. Participate, and I know you will. I know you're going to go in here and get started checking out books and really experiencing the space. Advocate on behalf of your library as well. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and talk to your Metro Council members. They listen. It's obvious. And then ask you, donate. We make this library better, our whole system better, when people like you give. And we have more work to do. So celebrate today and look forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that concludes our official program. We're going to do the ribbon cutting. We're going to invite any kids in the crowd who want to come up and help cut the ribbon. And we have some special scissors for the kids. 1, 2, 3.